Tonight's event, we have over 63,000 people right here at Massey Hall. This is huge. What an opening night. This is my hometown, Jay.
That's right. You're from there, aren't you?
Well, from there. I'm not actually from Massey Hall. I'm from Toronto. This is the best place in the world to be from, to visit. If you're a tourist, check this place out. There are water sports, theater, everything you could ever want and do right here in Toronto.
Plus Canadians.
There are a lot of Canadians.
Now, what do you have for us tonight?
Well, you know what I did tonight? I wear these hidden camera glasses, and people don't know it's me, and I'm able to videotape them. And what I did is I went to one of the premier hotel chains that service us in Canada, and there in the United States, the Fairmont Hotel.
Okay.
Now, the Fairmont Hotel is a wonderful chain of hotels that are known for their service.
Really?
And I went there, and I helped. I was a concierge. I just helped. And just spending the time there, I realized how they got their 4-star rating.
You know, Harry, I don't mean to embarrass you. I've been to the Fairmont. It's actually a 5-star. It's a 5-star hotel.
I know, but then I worked there, and they took a star away.
Oh, I saw it. Okay.
No, so this is me, and I did it for free, not even for $1, which is the same in Canada. $1 is $1, right?
Right.
Most people know that.
Yeah.
Some people don't.
Okay.
Watch this.
Do you know where I can exchange currency?
Yes, I'll exchange. How much do you want to exchange?
20 pounds. 20 pounds?
20 pounds?
Or 20, I don't know what this is called, $20.
Is this Canadian?
Yeah.
Yes. Pound days.
Pound days.
So how much do you have in Canadian?
20.
20 what?
Pound days.
You have 20 pound days?
Yeah.
Okay, and you want that in American dollars?
Yeah.
Will be 8.
Exchange rate was 1 to 1.
The pound day has gone down by 14%. The pound day has gone down by 14% just in 24 hours. Can I help you in any way?
We're not sure if we want to go to fine art or contemporary museum. So we want to see the difference between the two.
The art is eclectic and equal. The odor of the buildings is somewhat different. So you get a whole, it's a multi-sensory exhibit. The fine art has more of a pungent kind of...
Old smelling?
Older smelling. And the contemporary, it would be more tart.
Well, we prefer the tart smell as opposed to the old smell, no?
I think art should be absorbed. So what I want you to do is I want you to tell me on the nose what it is you're looking for. Is it a pungent tart smell, or is it the kind of smell, like when you're looking at art, tell me the first thing that comes to your nose when I do that. Tell me the first thought.
Old classic.
Old classic, go ahead.
Funky.
Funky? All right, I would say the Contemporary Museum.
You what?
Yes. Thank you very much and have a good day. Welcome to Fairmont Hotels in Canada, a premier hotel where we turn moments into memories.
Thank you.
And do you have any questions or do you need help with anything?
I need help with something.
Okay, because if you do, we will answer any question.
Great.
And we're here for you.
Thank you.
Because we feel that the customer is our priority. If the customer is not taken care of, and the guest is not taken care of, then we're not doing our job.
Okay, great.
Ask us whatever it is you need, and we will make it happen for you like that.
Okay.
So feel free. If you need anything, you know what to do.
Okay.
Do you remember what I told you to do?
Just ask.
That's all you have to do.
Okay.
You have any questions?
Nope.
Okay. Excuse me, ma'am. We've had some complaints that you've been reading out loud in the lobby.
You're talking to the wrong person.
Well, just if I can ask you just to read to yourself.
Are you kidding me?
No. Okay. Don't leave your purse unattended or whatever. Just I'm asking you not to read out loud. You can stay. I'm not asking you to leave.
No.
All right. Anyway, have a good day. Whatever you do, it's fine with us.
Okay, but I didn't read to myself.
Pardon me?
I wasn't reading to myself.
Right. That's the problem.
No, I was not reading out loud. You approached me. Was I reading out loud?
I wasn't. I swear I wasn't listening. I just walked right.
I don't read out loud.
You don't?
Do you know how crazy that sounds?
No.
A crazy person that sits and reads out loud.
You don't read out loud?
No.
You can't read out loud? You don't have the ability to read out loud?
I do know how to read out loud. Is this a weird question?
Read 1, 2 or 3 sentences out loud.
Process of home ownership is long. It's emotional, intellectual, and even physical.
Well, there you go. You're reading out loud.
I
You just did now.
was not. Yes.
That's the point.
All right.
No, how do we get there?
Pardon me?
How do we get there? Is it far from here?
No. I'll give you directions without the map. When you leave, I hope you don't mind.
No, go
when
ahead.
you leave the hotel, continue straight. You're going straight until you get to the
That
first
way or
block.
that way?
As soon as you leave the hotel, there is a street going straight. Right. Okay. You're going straight. You go 1 block, and you will make your way. You will make a right. Okay. Now you're going right. You go for 2 blocks. So you got 1 block, and then you got 2 blocks. As soon as you get to the end of the second block, it's called LaFleur Street. Okay. You will now make a right. You got it visually?
Yes.
Okay. Then you go up 1 block, okay? And there's a hill there. And just on your left, that is the museum.
I'm going to go down McGill Street, take a right.
Do it again with your head. Okay, go ahead.
I'm going to go down McGill Street,
Right.
take a right on the first block.
Yes.
I'm going to go to LaFleur Street.
Right.
Take a left.
Right.
I'm going to go up the hill.
Right.
And on my right is where it's going to be.
There you go.
All right.
Thank you so much, Jim. Thank you for everybody in Toronto.
Don't hold your breath for the Employee of the Month.
Yes, and thank you to the Fairmont Hotel. It is 5 stars and worth it. And come visit us in Toronto. I have to go now, Jay. I'm going over there.
All right, I'll see you later. Howe Mandel. Thank you, Howie. Be right back with Michael Moore right after this. His latest film is called Sicko. It's getting amazing reviews. Please welcome Michael Moore. And congratulations on your film. It's doing terrific business.
Yes, it's doing quite well. For a documentary now. It's in the top 5 grossing documentaries of all time.
Cool, cool. Now, has this film made you more concerned about your own health?
Well, actually,
Well, obviously not. Let's move on to the next one.
No, it's actually while I was finishing the film, I thought, you're making a film about healthcare, and you're not taking care of your own health.
Right.
So I decided to, at that point, I just started walking every day. And
Walking every day. Well, most people do that.
Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah.
Now, when you came from here to here, did you count that as exercise? Did you put that down?
I just took my pedometer off, but I try to get 10,000 steps in every day.
Wow, that's very good.
Well, thank you. But I do that, and I discovered these things that are often referred to as fruits and vegetables.
Really? Okay.
And
if you deep fry them in batter, they are delicious.
Well, actually, I just had my first tomato not that long ago.
Now, wait a minute. No, how can you?
I really, truly had never eaten a tomato.
All those tomatoes have been thrown at you in your career. And
I never grabbed one.
You never pick one up and ate it.
No, nor the eggs either.
How could you not
cholesterol?
Well, you've had pizza.
Yeah, but that's not a tomato. Ray.
Tomato sauce.
You have to put you have to eat it whole.
Okay.
And I never did, and I tried one, and they're not bad.
Really?
But I was confused all these years because I remember the 3rd grade teacher called it a fruit, and then the next year in 4th grade, the teacher called it a vegetable.
Yeah.
And I just got confused.
So you wanted to hold off until we had a definitive answer.
Until all the research was in. I wasn't going to touch it. Okay.
So have you changed your diet? Have you lost some weight?
I've lost about 30 pounds now in about 3 months.
May I remind you, you're under oath, sir.
Yes.
You lost 30 pounds since the last time you were here?
No. I was just here 4 weeks ago.
Oh, you said you lost it in about a month.
Yeah. No, in 3 months.
Oh, 3 months.
Yeah,
3 months. Okay.
3 months. 30. Yeah, you shouldn't lose it that fast.
No,
you should do it.
Yeah, I mean, you're
slow
wasting weight. Slow down, buddy. Slow down.
No, it will take another year. I'll come back here in a year, and I'll look like you.
Okay, come back. How much are you going to lose in a year? This would be a good incentive.
Yeah. Okay.
I, Michael Moore, will lose how much in a year?
Well,
hand up.
I would say. Well, I should lose at least a pound a week.
So you will be 52 pounds lighter.
I will be 52 pounds lighter.
This time.
And in fact, actually, it shouldn't be just me. Maybe I should invite those who are watching, anybody else who wants to join this with me. Yeah. We'll all lose 52 pounds by this time next year.
That would be very good. All right. You'll be back. I'll come back. Now, I understand
I'll have my Jane Fonda workout tape with me at that point.
Wow, okay.
And a whole boutique of leotards and things like that.
I would skip the leotard.
Oh,
but let me
okay.
ask you, you have a major announcement to make tonight. What is it?
Well, actually, Jay, I've received so much mail since the film came out. And one of the letters I keep getting from people is that when they're having trouble with their health insurance company or their doctor, the hospital, whatever, and you know, they can't afford it, or they've been denied care, or they've been told they've got a pre-existing condition or whatever, and they've been dropping my name saying, well, I know Michael Moore, and I'm going to have him come and film you. And within days, they actually...
It works?
It works. And I've received a number of these letters, and so I thought, well, why don't I just... and we're going to announce this tonight, and you can go on my website after the show, and we're going to... here, I actually have it right here in my pocket. I'm launching the Sicko Healthcare card.
Sicko Healthcare card.
And yes, now, the way...
And this will be honored all across the country.
Yes. The way
how does it work?
The way this works is, anytime they give you any grief, your insurance company, whatever, you just whip this out.
Right.
And you say, how would you like to be in Michael Moore's next movie? Or on the DVD of Sicko.
Oh, I see.
You know, it says right here that this card, if denied coverage, will provide you coverage in a Michael Moore film.
Oh, I see. So now you made one for me, too, I see.
Yes, actually.
I have one. I have the... Apparently, I noticed mine is slightly bigger. I have the gold card.
Yes.
Okay.
But everyone at home, you'll be able to download this on your own and carry it with you. If you get in any trouble with the doctor, the hospital, the health insurance company, just say, you know...
Now, you have some incredible healthcare horror stories.
Well,
that are in the film. Because I always say to people, like I meet a lot of people...
I thought you were referring to mine.
No, like I meet a lot of people who say, I don't like Michael Moore.
Yeah.
They say they don't like it. I say, I say
that some days too.
But no, but sometimes I always tell people, if you only believe half of what he says, there's still more than enough in here to convince you that we need to change things. So tell us some of the horror stories that you've come up with.
Well, I mean, in the film, I mean, there's just crazy stuff. I mean, a guy accidentally saws off the tops of 2 of his fingers.
Right.
And it doesn't have health insurance.
Okay.
Doesn't have it, so he goes to the hospital, and the hospital says, well, you know, we can reattach this one finger for $60,000. We'll have to fly you somewhere for that.
Right.
It's in the wilds of Oregon somewhere. And the other finger, though, we could do right here for $12,000. And he didn't really have any money, and so being a hopeless romantic, he chose the ring finger for $12,000. That was the cheaper one, and so they sold that one, and they just threw away the other finger. Now, had he lived in Canada or any other Western industrialized country, you know, both fingers would have been sewn on for nothing. And I just, you know, I want to believe we live in a country where we don't want that to happen to anyone, and that anyone who needs to see a doctor should be able to, and not have to worry about paying for it. And we're the only country that doesn't have this.
Have you? I'll tell you what. Look, I'll ask you about your own personal experiences right after this. More with Michael Moore, Brad.
The anesthesiologist, you know, I look up at him, and first I say to him, you know, there's a lot of people who pay you some big bucks if you just dialed that up a notch. You know? And then afterwards, the doctor told me when he started, you know, the operation, he looked up, and on the wall there was a framed photo of George W. Bush. Right. And he got nervous, and he asked the nurse to take it down because he said, I just couldn't operate on you with President Bush looking at me.
Well, that's fine.
So.
There you go.
Well, so needless to say, it was a successful operation. The other time was I was actually out here. I had a bit role in a movie, a Nora Ephron movie. She asked me to do this little part with it was called Lucky Numbers with John Travolta and Lisa Kudrow. Right. And there's supposed to be the scene where Lisa Kudrow throws me down on the ground and starts banging my head against the floor. And they said, you know, do you want a stuntman to do this? And I said, no, I can do this. You know, so it's just a girl. Yeah, sure. You know. And so about 23 takes later of having my head just banged against the floor, I started getting this weird feeling in my head, and and it got worse and worse and worse, and they had to take me to St. John's here in Santa Monica. And I mean, I'm in excruciating, because I have a concussion at this point.
Right.
Excruciating pain. And they give me a shot of Demerol. Have you ever had Demerol?
I don't think so, but go ahead.
Well, I wasn't trying to pry into
No. I just don't think I have.
Not that you and Lindsay Lohan have been out.
No, actually.
But so they give me a shot of Demerol.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, the doctor walks in, and the name tag, it says Kudrow. And I'm like, whoa, who are you? And he says, you know, I'm John Kudrow. I said, are you relation to Lisa Kudrow? He goes, I'm her brother. And it's like...
And then you started banging your head.
Yeah. It's like, I'm trapped in some weird thing. You know, like, she creates business for her own brother.
Right.
You know? But those are my only really two hospital experiences.
Now, have you noticed, because of your movie, maybe an increase in media stories about healthcare? Has it sparked anything there?
Oh, yeah. Quite a, I mean, just today in the LA Times, the front page, 2 stories. Which I'm glad. I mean, I'm glad there's more discussion of this, and people are talking about it. President Bush had a speech he gave about it last week. Okay. The candidates are getting asked questions about this, and in fact, I'd like to ask the candidates on both parties if they would take the pledge that has been made by Senator Brown from Ohio. He will not take his free government-sponsored health care until every American has health insurance. Right? He will not do that. And I would love it if the presidential candidates would take that same pledge.
Do any of these candidates have a plan that you think would be good? Has anybody got anything?
Well, Dennis Kucinich supports the bill that's in Congress now, H.R. 676, which is the bill to create national health insurance, and that's the one I'm encouraging everyone to get behind, that bill. Okay. But the others aren't really, you know, they'll say they're for health care, but there's specific plans. They still want the private insurance companies who want to make a profit sitting at the table, and we have to remove the private insurance companies from the equation here.
But you can, for example, anybody who wants to pay extra for private insurance could get it if they want. Like,
well, as
if you're rich,
some of these other countries,
we have the best health care in the world.
That's correct.
If you can afford it, we do have the best health care in the world. Trouble is, we can't afford it. But if you have health care for everyone, those that feel they want a private room and they want all this stuff, they're more than free to pay for it, and private health care can take care of them.
Well, how can any of us who are fortunate enough to have decent health insurance, how can we make use of that when so many of our fellow Americans don't have it? 47 million don't have health insurance. It just doesn't seem like the fair thing, right? I mean,
I'm not arguing with you. I'm just saying, for those who are afraid, if you're in that business, you think it's going to go away. It won't go away, because there are plenty of people that will pay for something a little bit extra.
Look at countries, you know, like Canada or Britain or France. They all live longer than we do. They have a longer life expectancy. They have a better infant mortality rate than we do. Their people are healthier, and it's because everyone's covered. It's because once you have national health insurance, you don't put off going to the doctor. At the first sign of a problem, you say, I'm going to go. And you don't stop and think, oh, I don't know if I can afford to go. And that's what happens to Americans. They put off going until sometimes it's too late. And that doesn't happen in these other countries.
Something I noticed in your film, I think it's fair to say, most people see you as a guy on the left. You're the lefty guy. You got the lefty point of view. And you have this thing, you do this whole thing in your movie on Hillary Clinton. And it looks like it's going one way. And then you slam her pretty bad in the film. Well, either fairly or unfairly. What I'm saying is, have you heard from a lot of people on the left that go, hey, what happened? You were supposed to be our guy. What happened? Now you're getting beat up from both sides?
Well, I just tell the truth in the film that she did something very courageous 14 years ago, saying that all Americans should be covered. She got beat up pretty badly for it, and then she didn't say another word about it for a very long time. And now, she's now the second largest recipient of health care industry money in the U.S. Senate. And that's a very, very sad thing to see happen when somebody goes down that road. And in fact, I don't know if I should really talk about this on national television, but the head of the studio that's releasing this film, my film, Sicko, Harvey Weinstein, is a big supporter of Hillary Clinton's. And for the months leading up to the release of the film, he kept calling me every day saying, I want you to take that scene out of the film. attacking Hillary. And I said, well, I'm not attacking her, I'm just stating the truth. Right. And so it was like every single day, I kept getting a phone call saying, take that out of the movie. And I said, no, I'm not taking it out of the movie, and I'm going to go after whoever's in power, and it doesn't matter whether they're Democrat or Republican or whatever. I'm going to try and be a voice for the people that don't have a voice in my movies.
Okay, we'll take a break. When we come back, more with Michael right after this. I want to ask you about a subpoena. Be right after this. What you brought?
Well, actually, yes, there are some people in my film that I focus on. You know, there were hundreds of people that ran down to Ground Zero on 9/11 to help out rescue workers, volunteers. And many of them have encountered respiratory illnesses and other things as a result of their work in or around Ground Zero. And so in the film, I tried to, you know, get them some help because I was just stunned to find out that our own 9/11 heroes aren't receiving the care that they should be receiving. I mean, you would think of any group that we would take care of, it would be our 9/11 heroes. And I think we're better than that. I think we are better than that.
Well, but where
and I want to, yes, I just want to, they're actually, the three of them from the film are here with us tonight.
Oh,
would they could you guys stand? John and William and Reggie.
I was asking you about them in the dressing room. And this is like one of these dramatic moments. We were backstage, and I said, hey, what happened with this? I know you took them to Cuba, and a couple of months ago, the government went after you for going to Cuba.
Took them to Guantanamo Bay.
Yeah, and everybody to get the health care.
Yeah, because I heard that the Al-Qaeda terrorists that we have in the camps there, detained, are receiving free dental, medical, eye care, the whole deal. Right. And our own 9/11 rescue workers can't get that in New York City.
Right.
And I just thought there was something completely crazy about that. So we sailed into Guantanamo Bay and filmed it to try and get them the same care we're giving Al-Qaeda.
Right.
And the Bush administration became upset with that and informed me at that time when I was on the show last that they were investigating me for doing this.
Well, investigating for going to Cuba.
Yeah, because Guantanamo Bay is in Cuba, and then once we're there in Cuba, we couldn't get any help, so we went and got help from the Cuban doctors.
But a lot of celebrities go to Cuba.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Leonardo DiCaprio has been there. Cameron Diaz.
Sure, a lot of people go. But now, what happened just an hour ago when we were?
You want me to tell what happened?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay. Well, I haven't even told my own family this yet, so you're asking me to say this on national television.
Yeah, but it's NBC, not that many people are watching.
Oh,
Go
okay.
ahead.
All right. Well, I was just informed when I was back there with Jay that the Bush administration has now issued a subpoena for me, going after me for helping these 9/11 rescue workers.
Well, no, for going to Cuba. It wasn't for helping them.
Well, that's why I went there.
Cuba. I know.
I didn't go there like Cameron Diaz to get a tan. I mean, no offense, I'm all for her tan. I'm just, sailing around on a pontoon in Cuba. But that's not why I was there. I was there to help them. And now I'm going to face this further harassment from the Bush people. And aren't they busy with something else? I just.
What does the subpoena involve? What is it? Because you went to Cuba? Is that why?
Because we're as free citizens in a free country, we're not allowed to travel to Cuba. But journalists can go, and this is a work of journalism. Okay. And frankly, the larger point's being missed here. The point is that first of all, can we all agree that we should take care of our 9/11 rescue workers? Yeah. Can we just number one? Yeah. Right. And actually, Harvey Weinstein, who owns the company that's distributing the film, the Weinstein Company, they have said that on August 11th, on 8/11 this year, they're going to donate 11% of the box office of Sicko to help these workers and the other workers who need some help. But I got to tell you, well, thank thank you, but that's not really, I mean, we're going to do this because they need help right now, but that's not the solution. And even just helping the 9/11 rescue workers isn't the solution. People are watching this at home right now. People are sitting in this audience. Everybody has a story to tell, right? About going to the doctor, trying to get help, taking care of your parents, right? Everybody has a story to tell, and the only way we're ultimately going to fix this is if we have universal health care for all Americans. Okay. And that's what we need to have. And I'm sorry to be so passionate about it, but
I'm going to be sorry. Now, people are posting stories on YouTube, right? This just seems to be happening on its own as well.
This is actually a great story. Yeah. When this couple went to see the film, and they posted a story on YouTube saying, we just saw Sicko, and my husband here, his name is Clayton Redfield, had an open heart surgery, had insurance through the insurance company, he had fully covered. Right. But the doctors got in there during the open heart surgery, found a tumor on the heart, and then said, oh, that's a pre-existing condition. And then sent him a bill for $66,000, even though he was 100% covered by insurance. Well, so they post this on YouTube saying, this is what our insurance company did to us. And we're wondering if Michael Moore or anybody can help us with this. 24 hours later, the insurance company calls them up and says, oh, we've made a mistake. The bill is being reduced from $66,000 to $500.
Wow, that's quite a reduction.
Well, but again, with the power of YouTube and again the power of your Sicko healthcare card, we can keep these guys honest, right?
So, Michael, thank you very much. I want to remind people that
thank you.
It's a serious film, but it's a very funny film and very entertaining as well. Michael, thank you very much, my friend.
Thank you,
right
Joe.
back
Thank
with
you
Perry
very much.
Farrell's Satellite Party right after this.
채널은 컴.
Ready to go, Max? Excited?
Oh, yeah? Yeah.
We got a lot to talk about here. Before we get started, I want to make an announcement. I've mentioned this the previous 2 nights, but it's a big story. Next month, we here at Late Night are going to be doing a week of shows in San Francisco. That's right. Man, I'm an ass. All right. So write this down. That's the week of April 30th through May 4th. We're going to be doing 5 shows at the historic Orpheum Theater right there. It's a gorgeous theater. Now, if you want to be part of our live audience, you can request tickets at www.nbc.com/Conan/San Francisco. The website's up and running, so if you want tickets, just log on.
Oh, that's great! So all the people at home are on the internet scooping up all the tickets while regular Joes like me don't get squat.
Okay, well, sir, you can log on when you get home.
What are you talking about? A palooka like me can't work a computer? Not with ham hocks like these.
Okay. I didn't realize it was the late 30s. Well, what if I gave you a ticket right now? Paige is going to give you a ticket right now.
Yeah, I bet these are crappy tickets in the bleacher seats. You probably gave all the good ones to your fancy showbiz friends like Jacqueline Smith or Lou Dobbs.
Lou Dobbs? No, these are great seats I'm giving you. I even threw in an extra ticket so you could take one of your friends.
I don't have any friends.
I'll be your friend.
Shut up!
Okay, sir, you have got to calm down.
I can't calm down. I got a ticket to Frisco. See ya! Son of a bitch! Son of a bitch!
So that actor's just... You're still sleeping there, pal, huh? The sketch is over. All right. I hope he's not getting paid for that. So just log on to... don't move. Just log on to www.nbc.com/Conan/San Francisco, and we will see you in San Francisco. That's gonna be going to stay like that the whole rest of the top of the show? There could be a real audience member laughing there. Instead, there's that guy pretending to be asleep. No one thought about that at rehearsal, did they? Like we rehearsed this show. Let's go. All right, I do want to talk about something. You may have heard, this is a true story, that an American Idol contestant, Mario Vasquez, was accused earlier this week of sexually harassing a male employee of the television show in several ways, including, it's a big news story, sexual solicitation and masturbating in front of him. That's right. Now, folks, I don't know if these allegations are true, but it brings to light the very real problem of workplace sexual harassment and the awful, awful people who are responsible for it. I mean, the workplace... The worst place is supposed to be a comfortable and safe place where people can do their job without being molested by some amorally sexually obsessed monster. And of course, it is that much sadder when the workplace is a TV show and the accused is supposed to be making the world happier with music, not dropping his pants, moaning and rubbing himself, and God knows what else. I find it